Shalom, shalom, Akim. I'm going to start by giving all glory, honor, praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RICANS. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone to teach and move well. Peace and salutations be to the elect. Brother Tazwan coming at you from the GMS Tampa camp down there in Tampa, Florida. This lesson's going to be going into it says breaking news: Iran ready to open the Strait of Hormuz, but oil must be paid in yuan, not dollars. All right, so we looked this up on Google to see if this is really the case. It says oil is increasingly being traded in Chinese yuan, parentheses Petro-Yuan, to bypass U.S. dollar reliance, particularly by Iran, Russia, and Venezuela, with Iran reportedly demanding yuan for tanker passage through the Strait of Hormuz in March 2026. This shift allows sanctioned nations to facilitate trade, directly challenging the petrodollar system and shifting global energy finance. All right. So, first things first, this goes to show you that Iran is giving Israel and America a hard time. Okay. Because America comes to Israel's aid, really they one and the same. But because America's rushes to Israel's aid, the least of the flock, drawing them out. Okay, it's dragging America through the mud. All right, for its own greedy and covetous ideals and plans. All right. They done took out all their targets except Iran. Iran's the last one on the board that they need to take out to accomplish their goal. Okay. But as you know, scriptures say when they about to fill their bellies. All right. So the Lord not going to let them get to what they want. All right. They're seeking to gain complete dominance over the world and in the East. But there's still countries that's willing to stand up to them. All right. Which is where you got this BRICS currency from. Okay, the BRICS currency came in the door to do what? To destroy American dollar, the U.S. dollar, or the petrodollar reliance. All right. So that America can't have its grips or control over those countries. It says key aspects of yuan-based oil trade. The Petro-Yuan strategy. China introduced yuan-dominated oil contracts in 2018 at the Shanghai International Energy Exchange to challenge the U.S. dollar's dominance in global oil sales. Iran's strategic move. It says in March 2026, reports emerged that Iran is leaking access to the Strait of Hormuz to yuan payments for oil, effectively using the maritime bottleneck to promote its currency shift. India and Russia. says India has started using yuan for some Russian crude oil shipments to navigate Western sanctions, bypassing U.S. dollar or UAE dirham transactions. Key participants besides China, nations using or considering the yuan for oil include Russia, Iran, Venezuela, and the UAE. It says, why trade in yuan? Using the yuan allows countries to bypass the U.S. banking system, avoiding sanctions and account freezes. Limitations. Despite these moves, the U.S. dollar still dominates over 90% of trade in the Americas, and the yuan faces limitations due to strict Chinese capital controls. Geopolitical implications. Reducing dollar hegemony. The increased use of yuan is viewed as a gradual erosion of U.S. dollar dominance rather than an immediate replacement. Geopolitical alignment. Saudi Arabia has been urged by China to use the yuan for oil sales, strengthening Sino-Saudi Energy Corporation, and signaling a potential shift in traditional regional alliances. Digital currency adoption. Saudi Arabia has joined the BIS-led Project M-Bridge, which utilizes digital yuan for cross-border payments, allowing transactions outside the SWIFT network. Okay. So you see that Iran had tricks up their sleeve, man. Okay, they playing chess, which really is the Lord playing chess. The Lord strategically taking Esau Edom out of power, destroying Babylon, taking down her walls, or throwing down her walls. So let's grab it. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, Yahuwah, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Let me see. Oh, that's going to be at probably around verse 18. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. So the Lord say, gang up against her, gang up against America. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows. All those that's capable of shooting off missiles. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord, Yahuwah. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. All right, that's why American citizens, okay, the people of America was they going in on Trump ass, like, what are you doing? You making stupid, hasty decisions. You know, you dragging your country through the mud. Why are gas prices going up, oil prices, food prices going up, cost of living going up? You know, they're going in on Trump because they're trying to figure out what the fuck is this guy doing, man? And he's still sitting there saying, I got it all figured out. We already won. These guys lost. We already won. Yet, the Americans, those that dwell in America, have to pay higher cost of living. It doesn't really seem like a victory. Okay, had America won and defeated Iran already, gas prices may have been even cheaper than before. It says, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord, Yahuwah. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her. Okay, the Lord say, he gonna rain it upon America, or upon Babylon. Okay, while she is eating. You greedy devils. You went over there to Iran just to take all of their shit. Okay, gain control over there. That's why Israel is pushing the notion that they believe Trump is going to bring forth the Messiah. They believe Trump is going to be the one to get it done. Why are they saying shit like this? Because they're going to use him. To go and attack the last enemy that's on their list, which is Iran. Okay, they messing with the big bloods. It says, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her. What does Babylon do? She plunders, she takes by force. Now these nations get ready to do that to her. Okay. Cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For the fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. Okay. So for fear of the fear of the oppressing sword, all right, these people gonna get missing. Okay, these people gonna leave and flee this country. You already got people fleeing this country and going back home because it's not looking too good over here. And the rest, everybody else is just trapped. You see, Jake can't just get up and go nowhere. Where do they have to call home? Okay, they stuck here. All right. That's why the Lord said, the Lord said unto Yahawashi, sit at my right hand side until I make thine enemies our footstool. Okay. So the Lord is, we seeing what the Lord said play out. The Lord is making all of our enemies his footstool. Okay. Look who's in our land. Jake can't go nowhere because we got our enemies in our land. Jake born into the land of his oppressors. Jake born into captivity and slavery and oppression. All right, our enemies have conquered us. Okay, but the true conqueror, the king, is returning to redeem us and save us from our enemies. All right, the scriptures say, the Lord coming to deliver the poor. Let's grab it, see if I can find it. Psalms chapter 72 and 13. He shall spare the poor and needy and shall save the souls of the needy. Which is who? The Israelites, man. The Lord's going to save our souls. You devils got to pay. You heathens got to die, man. All right? We have been oppressed far too long. All right? But look how the Lord has got these. As much as they want to, they can't do anything about it. All right? But it says, Iran ready to open the Strait of Hormuz, but oil must be paid in yuan, not dollars. So China is heavily involved. Russia's heavily involved. Okay. They say Russia done donated some Satan II missiles over there to Iran. And you do the research, just 4 of them motherfuckers can take out all of America. That's all it takes. But Jake ain't paying attention. Jake ain't realizing or even noticing what's going on around him. Okay? Jake too caught up in the gist of things. Jake too caught up in folly, foolishness, and the ways of this world. He doesn't even see his demise coming, sneaking up behind him. Jake has relied heavily on their own oppression. As the scriptures say, ye trust in oppression. Jake relying on Esau's rulership so they can keep doing wickedness. But the Lord is about to cast down this rulership and the wicked deeds of these 2/3 niggas, man. Okay? So that's why Jake don't want America to collapse, because they want to keep doing wickedness and getting away with it. So they think. But you're going to have to give an answer for everything. You're going to have to pay. All right? Nothing is free in this world. And every action and every action you commit has a reaction. You know? But, yeah, this shit getting ready to unfold. This shit getting ready to crack open, and the Lord about to crack the sky and deliver us from the hand of our enemies. We just watching all the cinematics take place, and it's beautiful. All right? They say the gas prices are about to shoot up higher than it was before because of the ceasefire being broken. All right? 2 hours after it started, which we knew that wasn't going to happen. Esau is a covenant breaker. He's a truce breaker. He's a backstabber, okay? He's forked-tongued. He's a liar. He's a deceiver, okay? He's a supplanter. So we knew that shit wasn't going to hold, all right? Here it is. These devils call a ceasefire, and they trying to make it look like that Iran was begging them for a ceasefire when they was begging Iran for the ceasefire. I can't wait till the Lord take these weak-ass Edomites, lying-ass, cringy-ass Edomites out of power, man, okay? And put the true rulers in power. If I could put my fucking foot on these devils' neck, man. Okay? Hey, but with that, I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. I'll keep out walk for listening to sincerity. Till next time, Masharallah. Call Halayim La. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM.